Right now, on to the point. Getting ready for the Super Bowl. We have team coverage from the capital city to Sin City as the 49ers get ready to take on the Chiefs.
A change in the weather pattern leads to more sunshine this weekend. How long? That's expected to last.
The mom accused in her 9-year-old son's death faces a judge, her husband refusing to appear. The drama that unfolded today in that courtroom. Plus, a new bill could change the future of AI, the solution one lawmaker has to protect Californians.
All right, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. This is To The Point, and I'm Alex Bell. The big story of the day, you already know, the Super Bowl is just 2 days away. The San Francisco 49ers will take on the Kansas City Chiefs right in Las Vegas. And tonight we do have team coverage with our Roxanne Elias seeing how local stores and restaurants are preparing for the big game. And our Kevin John is in Las Vegas with everything you need to know. But I want to start off with Kevin first because, Kevin, this week in Las Vegas, we have seen you throw an amazing pass at the NFL experience. You have talked to players. You got fans to sing Usher on camera, and then you got tackled by Matt George. My only question tonight is, what are you bringing us next? What is the one and only Kevin John bringing us live from Las Vegas?
Well, Alex, first of all, my back is still aching from that Matt George tackle, okay? I may have to go see a chiropractor. Actually, I was just gambling during the game. I would do the moonwalk for you right now, Alex Bell, but there's so many people out here, so many fans out here from all over the place. Keep in mind, this is one of the hotels where the NFL headquarters are going on. You see a fan right there saying, "Go Niners," and a lot of other fans out here. Keep in mind, Super Bowl doesn't just attract those domestically, it attracts those from all over the world, and there are no shortage of fans up in this building in the place to be here tonight. So with that being said, we were hanging out in Radio Row earlier today where there was a lot of stuff going on. You saw thousands of media members from all over the world. And also Brock Purdy, right? San Francisco 49ers starting quarterback. He's only a second-year player. He will be making his first start in the Super Bowl come Sunday. Now I had a chance to get some advice for Brock Purdy on what he should do about that from another quarterback. Take a listen.
Brock Purdy's playing in his first Super Bowl. You played in a Super Bowl before. If there's any words of advice or wisdom that you can give Brock before Sunday, what would you tell him?
Just relax, enjoy the moment, protect the football, and let the game come to him. Don't try to do too much. It's going to call some time for you to do something a little bit out of the ordinary, but yet still stay within your box, be who you are, and protect the football.
Last thing, do you have a prediction?
Kansas City 27-17.
So once again, that was Donovan McNabb giving some advice to Brock Purdy. Back out here in Mandalay Bay, I am joined by fans from all over the place. How y'all feeling? Okay, on the count of three, you're going to say the team you're cheering for. 1, 2, 3. I did not make out any of that, okay? But at any rate, needless to say, there is no shortage of fans out here enjoying themselves and looking forward to it. We hear you Niners fans. Yes, indeed. You'll see a sea of red, actually, throughout this place because there are a lot of Niners fans. So, Alex Bell, sorry I didn't, get hit by Matt George or throw a football on this, but I brought you something cooler, which are all these incredible fans from all over the place.
I heard you almost say crazy fans. I'm sure they're going crazy over this weekend, that's no doubt. Also, love seeing the Chargers representing out here. All right, Kevin, thank you so much. And here at home, many families are preparing to get together while others are opting for a good time in downtown Sacramento. Roxanne Elias is at Tom's Watch Bar and has more about what they expect this weekend.
Tom's Watch Bar says that they are looking forward to a huge crowd of people over the weekend. Earlier today, we actually caught up with them when they received a large order of beer and food. This all as 49ers fans patiently wait for the big special day.
With less than 2 days left for the Super Bowl, it's a race against the clock to stock up.
Oh, I expect a high-powered game. I expect it to be close. I'm pulling for the Niners all the way.
Whether you're a football fan or not, Brandon Smith says it's a day to make memories.
It's about, throwing the party, getting together, the fellowship, family or friends, whoever. It's a good time to come together, laugh, friendly argue, of course, and just have a good time and just relax and lay your hair down.
Smith, a father of two, is planning to watch the game with his family at home. But there are places like Tom's Watch Bar that already have dozens of fans making reservations for an away-from-home experience.
We want to make them feel like they're in the arena, in the stadium, watching the game all together. That's what we're all about. We love to enhance our experience. We have giveaways, we have an MC hyping the crowd up.
It's decked out with 80 TVs inside and outside. Friday morning, they received a large delivery of beer cases, kegs, and food to keep customers happy on the big day. They say they're expecting a huge turnout with upwards of at least 400 people.
Obviously, we're in for the 49ers. We have had a loyal crowd that come out every game, and then we just want to have a lot of fun with it. It's gonna be our first Super Bowl here in Sacramento for this location. We've only been open for 4 months, and we just want to go all out.
It's a milestone for the bar and the 49ers fans who've been waiting to see the matchup.
I assume it's going to be a high-scoring game, but of course I think the Niners are going to take it at the end. I think they're going to dethrone, and they're going to get their get-back, on the Chiefs. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good time.
Tom's Watch Bar says they are taking reservations, but you do need a call soon in order to book a table. Otherwise, you can just come here on that day, and they will have seating on the patio and some standing room only. That will be first come, first serve. Back to you in studio.
All right, Roxanne, thank you. And the Super Bowl content, it doesn't stop here. You can find more 49ers and Super Bowl related stories on our website, including all about where the teams are staying in Las Vegas, what the NFL does with the losing team's Super Bowl jerseys, and even the predictions ahead of the big game. So that and more at abc10.com/49ers. And we have a correction about a story we aired yesterday. We told you power has been restored at McNair High School in Stockton, and students will return on Monday. We said PG&E was the agency in charge of fixing it, when in fact it was the Lodi Unified School District. The school district tells ABC 10 it was a piece of equipment that connected the power from the transformer to the high school that failed on January 29th. The reason it took so long to fix was because it was difficult to get the parts needed because of the thousands of power outages across the state due to last weekend's storm. All right, meteorologist Carly Gomez here with a look at our forecast. How are things looking outside right now tonight?
Yeah, we're looking at clearing skies, which is good news. A lot of the Sierra snow starting to exit the area. So we didn't have much left over today, just a few little flurries here and there in the central Sierra to southern Sierra, but otherwise the low pressure system is shifting just past Vegas. They're even getting a few little light scattered showers themselves, but as that moves off, we will see that high pressure at least start to build and in its place bring us some sunshine and colder air, though. As we start moving for the next couple of mornings, we do expect temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, but the clearing skies over a lot of that marshy land out there could start causing fog development. We've seen a lot of sitting water, and that's helping to create some fog formation, especially in the high Sierra where it's very wet still on the ground. In the valley, spots 5 to 6 miles of visibility after about midnight, and then we'll really see things getting back to normal as we get past 8 a.m. And that's also due to the fact that we're getting a little bit of the wind pickup here, about 15 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts expected potentially as we get to the early morning hours, but most of it is centered closer to the coastal range spots and just up toward those foothills and high Sierra areas. So nothing major, but we will see a little bit of that wind in the early morning hours, then calm to light winds as we move from Sunday to Monday. Most of that Sierra snow, as mentioned, is exiting the region. We'll see mostly clear skies, partly sunny to mostly sunny skies into your weekend. And then we see this as we move toward the following Friday night, Saturday morning, the next chance for some showers to move through, as well as some snow showers moving from Sunday to Monday as well. Looking at temperatures into the foothills, those mid to low 50s out there, overnight lows cold near freezing point. And then the 10-day forecast also bringing our temperatures in those 30s overnight for the next few nights, early morning hours. On your Wednesday, Valentine's Day, temperatures in the low 60s.
All right, Carly, thank you. Next, on To the Point, the Roseville mother accused of her son's murder appears in court, what a judge handed down. Plus, the future of AI in California, the newly proposed bill to create a public cloud. The woman accused of killing her 9-year-old adoptive son appeared in court for the first time today. Kimberly Blackley and her husband Corey are facing murder and torture charges, along with a count of child endangerment for each of their 7 kids. ABC 10's Devin Truby is in Roseville tonight. And Devin, the father refused to come to court today, we understand?
Yeah, Corey Blackley did not appear in court today. The district attorney wasn't sure why. Kimberly, though, appeared sobbing, at one point even collapsing to her knees. The arraignment was postponed until next week because the Blackley's attorneys didn't even have this, a copy of the charges that the couple is facing.
Order. Court is now in session.
Kimberly Blackley was sobbing from the moment she appeared in court until the end when the judge remanded her into custody without bail.
With malice aforethought murder, CB age 9. It's alleged at the same time and place you were in violation of Section 206 of the Penal Code.
The mother sobbed, falling to her knees as the judge read the murder charge she is facing for the death of her 9-year-old adoptive son who died at UC Davis on Wednesday. Court documents reveal the Blackleys are accused of torturing the child. Kimberly is also facing a special allegation for the kid being comatose due to the brain injury, suffering paralysis.
And that you did personally inflict great bodily injury upon CB age 9, who is not an accomplice, and that injury caused the CB to become comatose.
The counts say they tortured their child sadistically. Can you share any information on that?
I can't share specific information about the facts of the case other than what the charge entails, which means someone inflicted cruel pain on someone for those purposes. It's always incredibly tragic when children are the victims of crime.
The couple is also facing a misdemeanor cruelty to child count for each of the 7 kids aged 6 to 13. The district attorney says those charges are for separate instances of abuse. 2 of the children are the Blackleys, the other 5 are adopted.
And right now, the couple are being charged together, but Corey Blackley has retained his own attorney. Kimberly has been assigned a public defender. And the district attorney office says if Corey refuses to appear in court again next week, they are prepared to forcibly bring him out of his cell. And a woman who disappeared and was found decades ago in Placer County has been identified. The sheriff's office says Patricia Ann Rose was last seen in Sacramento back in 1980. Her skeletal remains were found 5 years later by 2 men hunting near Applegate. The original search for a DNA match in 2005 found no results. But thanks to a company named Othram, they were able to identify her. Now the sheriff's department is asking for help in identifying more details about how she died. Patricia left behind 2 children, including a toddler that was found alone in a Sacramento hotel room. Artificial intelligence, or AI, has the potential for advancements in healthcare and transportation. It also has the potential to harm, like misinformation and cyber attacks. Developments this week on the state and national level aim to protect against risk while spurring innovation. Becca Habegger explains.
On Thursday, the U.S. Commerce Secretary announced the creation of the U.S. AI Safety Institute Consortium, bringing together more than 200 companies and organizations to create best practices for the development and deployment of safe and trustworthy artificial intelligence. Here in Sacramento, state lawmakers are taking up AI as well.
California is at the heart of AI innovation, and we want to keep it that way.
On Wednesday, Senator Scott Wiener introduced SB 1047. It would task the California Department of Technology with creating a public cloud computing cluster called CalCompute.
There are already some great what we call compute clusters, because AI development requires a lot of computing power and it can be very expensive. We want to create a cluster that can be accessible for entrepreneurs, for startups, and make it really low cost or free even for them to be able to innovate.
So this would give access to people who might not otherwise be able to afford access.
Exactly. It'll increase access for small companies, startups, entrepreneurs, people who are just trying to innovate. That can lead to the next great discovery.
But Susan Shelley with the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association worries about the cost, especially as the state is facing a budget deficit. She points out the California Department of Technology has been on the state auditor's high-risk list for years.
For its inability to secure information and for its lack of oversight on technology projects throughout the California government. To create CalCompute, that just sounds breathtakingly ambitious and very dangerous if the information was not secured.
I took these concerns to Senator Wiener.
If we're able to get this passed, we're going to make sure that it's implemented well.
As for cost,
there's a long history in technology of public investments that lead to huge societal benefits and private benefits. Public investment was a critical start to the internet as we know it. It started with the Department of Defense, and that changed the world.
And Becca joins us right now. Becca, this bill would also create some guardrails for AI too, right?
Yes, SB 1047 is sort of two-pronged. On one hand, it would create that CalCompute program and help spur innovation through affordable access to computing power. But on the other hand, it would establish protections requiring developers of large AI models to basically pressure test those models before rolling them out to the public. The law would also require companies to develop and follow extensive safety protocols.
All right, Becca, thank you so much. You already know we will continue to follow this. Next, on To The Point, you already know we're going to be hitting the back roads to see the London Bridge, how it ended up at a desert lake. It's time to strap yourself in for another ride on the back roads tonight. John Bartel takes us to the London Bridge, and not the one in England, but the one in the middle of a desert.
As legend goes, Jack the Ripper's spirit would still be haunting the granite stones of the London Bridge had it not been for actor David Hasselhoff.
Say goodbye to dear Angie.
It may look like England, but the Hoff didn't actually have to cross the pond to film his 1985 thriller, Terror at London Bridge.
Well, here we are at the America's home of the London Bridge, Lake Havasu City, Arizona.
If you're wondering why the London Bridge is towering over Lake Havasu, the answer lies with Captain Kenny of Sunset Charters and Tours.
In 1971, Robert McCulloch, our founding father of Lake Havasu, purchased the London Bridge, relocating it here to Lake Havasu City to create a centerpiece for his new master plan community.
Yes, this is the actual London Bridge, the same structure that was built in England back in 1831, and the inspiration for the nursery rhyme, London Bridge is falling down.
This bridge was so heavy, it was sinking 1 inch every 8 years into the muddy soil.
Instead of demolishing the bridge, London sold it to engine maker and chainsaw mogul Robert McCulloch, who dismantled it and reassembled it so people could drive to his man-made island.
They built the bridge right on dry land, and they excavated this the channel. And once the bridge was completed, they opened up the lake and allowed it to flow right in.
Lake Havasu has been dubbed the boating capital of the Southwest. The lake is shared by Southern California and Arizona and brings in thousands of boaters during spring break. The boating culture is often portrayed in movies like the aquatic horror film Piranha 3D and the jet ski racing comedy Hot Water, which often pokes fun about accidents on the water throughout the movie.
Yeah, there have been some people who have run aground.
To prevent those accidents or getting lost at night, you'll find miniature lighthouses all along the lakeshore.
How many of these lighthouses are around the lake here? There's 28 on the lake.
Bruce Howe is the former president of the Lake Havasu Lighthouse Club. He says these ornate structures are not just beacons, but artistic replicas of famous lighthouses from all over the nation.
In the last 12 years, they've been built in my garage.
Today, the lighthouses are a big part of the chartered boat tours in the area and have become just as iconic as the London Bridge itself. In fact, one of the newest lighthouses, the Angels Gate Lighthouse from Los Angeles Harbor, pays homage to how the London Bridge got here.
All the ships that brought all the parts of the London Bridge had to pass by this lighthouse.
In the beginning, Lake Havasu was built to dam the Colorado River and send water to Los Angeles. Today, though, the reservoir provides more than just water delivery. It gives life to desert communities and gives life to an old bridge that was falling down.
Our London Bridge here hold the record in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the largest antique ever sold.
From Lake Havasu, I'm John Bartel. Hope to see you on the back roads.
All right, now it's your turn. If you got something in your town that would be a great road trip destination, make sure you let John know all about it by texting your idea to 916-321-3310. If you plan to spend some time in downtown Sacramento this weekend, just want to give you a heads up that a major motion picture will be back out filming again. So you may notice some road closures tomorrow, loud noises, or even helicopters. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Be safe and have fun at the Super Bowl. Hey, it's Alex. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. The To The Point team and I love hearing from you, and I hope that you'll stay in touch. And don't forget, you can always email me and the team at tothepoint@abc10.com, or you can even send us a text message at 916-321-3310.